Summer vacation is a great time to connect with your family, but it's also meant to give you a break from the daily grind because if you don't unplug, it could hurt you in the long run. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Erin LeBeau.
And I'm Tamsin Fidel. Well, when you're packing for vacation this summer, bring the sunscreen, maybe the bug spray, an extra book, a magazine, but leave the work laptop at home. I gasped when I first read this, but taking your dog on vacation means you're not getting the mental health break that you need and you deserve.
It's all on our phone though, right? So Paula Rizzo is the author of Listful Living, and she has simple ways to help you unplug and relax. And she's joining us now. Welcome, Paula.
Thanks. It's all about the relaxing vacation, if only.
Easier said than done. All right. So we know that not everyone who is in business, their workers are allowed to unplug, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But why is it important, you say, to unplug?
Even before the pandemic was happening, the World Health Organization declared burnout as a real condition. And now we all get it, right? We've all done it. We've all been doing things at home, doing things at work, all in the same place. And so now we understand more than ever why it is important to have a break, but it's also about productivity. And there was a study that was done actually from the Stanford University that found that if you work 50 plus hours per week, you actually have a reduction of productivity. So it's not even worth putting all those extra hours into it. You have to think of yourself almost like a computer or a cell phone that needs to reboot, especially when it comes to your stress levels, because you really need to give yourself some time to cool down so you can rejuvenate.
Yeah, I need a reboot. You know, it's funny, I was talking to somebody this morning about this, and I said, I feel like since the pandemic, there's no difference of days. Like Monday could be Saturday, Sunday could be Tuesday.
Totally.
So, yeah.
And working from home.
Yeah, I just feel like it doesn't stop, and I get emails on bizarre days about things that I would think are a Monday through Friday thing. So let's get into some of your tips. So first you say work backwards. What does that mean?
Yes. Well, think about when you're going on your vacation. You have the actual date that you're leaving. And as soon as you know that date, work backwards. So put all of the things that you have to do, whether it be home or work, on one list. Just dump it on that list and then take those tasks and assign them to certain days so that you know you'll be able to get all of those things done before you leave. You know, you can actually ask other people if they can help you to take it off your plate, but be really realistic about what actually needs to get done before you leave. Because oftentimes we think, oh, I have to do all these things. But when you sit down and you actually write it out, it's very, very helpful.
Okay, so next you say it's important to be kind to our future selves. First of all, what does that mean and how can we do it?
Think about what you would love when you come back from vacation. What do you need to feel less stressed when you rejoin the world? And it might be something like having a meatloaf ready to go in the freezer. You will be so happy with yourself if you do it. I just did this a couple weeks ago and I was thrilled with myself. You know, but things like pre-writing your grocery list. So when you come back, you can just look at it and say, okay, these are the things that I know that I need, so that you don't feel overwhelmed. And you have that list right there. Pre-order your groceries, things that will make your life a little bit simpler so you don't have to stress.
Yeah. I like having a clean house when I come back.
I was actually thinking of having a staycation. I went a whole other way than the meatloaf, Paula. Okay, some good advice here. Build in a buffer day, which is kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah, so also having one more day that you have, you know, where you are not on vacation, but you're not telling people that you're home, basically. You know, maybe you set an out of office and it's one more day than the vacation actually was, so that you can do the laundry and you can get the groceries and you can think about all of these, you know, things so that you can re-enter the world in a more stress-free way.
I like to think of that as a mental break day.
Yeah.
We're gonna take our mental break. Okay, so finally you say, tell everyone about vacation. How can that help? And I mean, we do that on our phones, but we should probably put our phone away if we're trying to unplug.
Well, tell everybody before. Okay. Accountability is a beautiful thing, and especially if you have trouble unplugging on vacation. Tell your coworkers, hey, listen, I'm really trying to give myself a little bit of a break here, and so I won't be available. Put that out of office up there and clearly define when you'll be back, including that buffer day. They don't need to know that you're back in the world right then. And then also maybe on that out of office, say, hey, if you haven't heard from me after X amount of time, please write to me again and put the onus back on them to reach back out to you.
All right, so we mentioned this a little bit earlier, but just touching back on it, depending on what you do for a living, you might not be able to actually tune out for a full week or put your computer away or not take it. So any suggestions to get the best of both worlds?
Yeah, being able to schedule it, think about it almost like office hours, being able to tell your office, hey, I'll be available from this time to this time, but then that time to that time, I'm going to be, at the zoo or wherever you are. You don't have to tell them where you're at, but to be able to think of it that way. If you can't do a full buffer day, do a buffer morning so that from the beginning of the day till about noon, you have that time just for yourself without calls and things like that. You can do a little bit of both, but try to protect your time as much as you can.
I feel like these tips fall in line with practicing saying no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think, did I get it from you, Paula, doing a time block in your calendar? Did you tell me to do that?
I do it all
I've
the
been
time.
doing
Yes.
that. Yes, I have been doing that, and it makes a huge difference. Like, I just time block. I do it in pink. I don't know why pink, but it makes me happy.
It's bold,
anyway.
you remember it.
Good to see you.
All right, thank you so much, Paula, for joining us and sharing your tips. You can find more of her tips at Paula's packing checklist at paularizzo.com/travel.